listening to the No Invite Podcast.
Season 3.
The progression.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.
The best kept secret.
Bang, y'all know what it is, man. It's your peoples. We back at it. We don't stop. I don't care. We got to maintain the motherfucking flow of information. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Blaze. This No Invite Podcast, episode 82. I mean, and y'all already know, man. As you can see, it's me by myself. Normally, I don't do Zoom meetings by myself. Normally, what I do is I like to use the Zoom specifically for when I interview artists. I know a lot of y'all follow the podcast, y'all listen and stuff like that. And some of y'all, maybe y'all not into the artist thing, but it's just one of the many things that we do at the podcast. One of the things that I have to do. I have to feel like I'm doing my part and contributing. Because if you are in any kind of industry, it's always wise. I'm not going to say you have to, but it's always wise for you to contribute to that community or that industry and not just with, your art. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more to it than that. You want to contribute yourself. You want to contribute to things and help other people out if possible. I mean, if people are fucking assholes too, I mean, the contribution is you don't fuck them up or something. You know what I mean? So you don't beat their ass. But, for the most part, I'm doing my part. I like interviewing artists. I like interviewing up and coming artists and people that are bubbling and on their way up, because you never know who is going to be that next person, obviously, to take that next step. And I mean, right now, while we're doing the podcast, we're doing live. Shout out to the live. I got Instagram Live hooked up to the account. The importance of what we do here at the No Invite Podcast, besides, the commentary, the talk, and all the shit that we do, we interview artists. That's what we do, and a lot of people, they need that spotlight. I've said it plenty of times on the account. I've said it plenty of times on the actual podcast. It's like, I never wanted to be that fucking artist that was complaining about other platforms and not getting love and no one accepting me and no one doing this and doing that. I didn't want to be that kind of artist. So what I did, I took it upon myself to build my own platform, to make sure that not only do I got a platform for myself to say whatever I want and drop whatever I want, but I also got a platform for people, you feel me? For other artists and stuff. And I always told myself that's what I was going to do. So that's what the fuck I'm doing, basically. And basically what I'm doing is what you get here. You get the No Invite Podcast for all my people that like the interviews. You get the Zoom videos with the interviews for all the people that like, that like just the more conversation and the shit talking. We got the audio episodes for that too. You know what I mean? Any artist, and I'll say this right now on the live as well as to you guys that watch and listen to the podcast, any artists that want to come to the show, they got something to promote. They're actually working though. Don't give me the fucking guy that just got off the couch and recorded some shit and doesn't really plan on pushing it like that, but he feels like he got something to say. I'm talking about the artists that spend their money, their time, their livelihood doing this shit. You know what I mean? You guys are always welcome on the show. The show is called No Invite Podcast, but that only means that you don't need an invite to be here. It doesn't mean fuck everybody up. Send them my way, bro. Send them my way. We could line this shit up. You too as well for, what you do and the promotion. Shout out to Pittsburgh Rappers with a Z on Instagram. Shout out to Boski. You know what I mean? The real Boski HTS, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram too. They watching the live, they checking it out and they understand, you know what I mean? These are people that understand the culture. Pittsburgh Rappers does a lot of promotion for free for people that he doesn't really have to do. And Boski's out here working hard, consistently dropping music and videos and doing a lot of shit. And that's kind of what the platform, is meant to signify. You know what I mean? Like I said, we can't be complaining about what other people don't do for us. If we don't like something, then it's up to us to change it. That's why I made the platform. So I try to give the people that like the regular podcast, like I said, and the people that like the interviews, I try to give you guys both. I drop like 2 to 3 episodes a week sometimes. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere that you think we drop these episodes, so I'm going to keep it consistent like I always been. And I hope y'all do the same. Shout out to all the artists, man. Much love and respect always. And we're going to keep it moving. So check it out. we're kind of late. We recorded our last episode, right as the whole Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith shit. So I don't want to go over it too much because everybody done beat that whole shit to death. But I'm going to tell you like this right now. Like the great poet once said, Charlie Murphy, after somebody gets slapped, somebody got to die. So I know this Hollywood and people are saying it's fake and all that shit. All I know is that somebody fucking hits me. Somebody slaps me. See, the difference between a slap and a punch is very much the disrespect. See, the punch, the guy thinks you're a threat in some sort of fashion. So he's going to punch you to not only hit you with the maximum motherfucking pain, but he's also trying to make sure he neutralizes you. That's what a punch for. When a motherfucker slap you, that means he feels you ain't no threat and you ain't going to do shit. And he's just going to slap the fuck out of you. So like I said, I'm not going to beat the topic to death because it's been talked about already. But just know, in the real world, somebody gets slapped, somebody is dying very shortly after that. And if they don't get slapped and they eat that shit, you done turn that motherfucker to a school shooter, or you done turn them into a psycho, and he's gonna be something. He's gonna be a public shooter or something. You know what I mean? Nobody just takes that shit, period. Shout out to Sly Peso, man. Shout out to Sly Pesos. We got him on the live as well, chiming in, man. I appreciate y'all. We had a fucking blast. If y'all don't know, Los Angeles was crazy. We trying to do Las Vegas real soon, hopefully. But I'm just saying, so I don't want to talk too much about it. You got all these actors and shit. I mean, these comedians talking about they're scared now that somebody going to run up and slap them. You should be scared all the time. A lot of times, y'all motherfuckers say some crazy shit to people. You should be scared all the time. I know it's comedy, but we're going up, bro. You already know. We got to do another one. I'm going to need you soon, bro. I'm going to tap in. We're going to come spend some money with you. You feel me? Shout out to the live. Once again, I got an Instagram live. If you guys don't know _invite_podcast is the main account. I do not run the account no more. I've been banned from the account, but I do occasionally get on and do the lives because we need that. Don't ask me why I got banned, from my own account. I have business partners now, so we're trying to level up. So they want me to keep it professional. So don't DM nothing crazy to that account because you're not going to get the response you think you're going to get. Off top though, bro, we finna do some more work, man. I appreciate it, man. It was finally good to actually hang out with you and meet you, really, because we done seen each other in passing and shit like that. But motherfuckers actually hung out and did shit. So you can tell a lot about people when you're around them and shit. So salute to you, bro, and everybody, man. Salute to Fingers and all the Dope Flavors family. All right, so whatever, y'all motherfuckers are scared. Be scared. Also, we kind of landed on an awkward day since we kind of like shoot these podcasts on a Sunday night. Usually they drop Monday and whatnot. We didn't get a chance to pretty much mark the anniversary, but 3 years Nipsey Hussle passed. Y'all know the deals, y'all know the stories and shit like that. He was definitely inspiration to a lot of people, especially people that are coming from nothing to something. I hope everybody, all we could really do from that situation, man, is just learn from it and hopefully try to to me, what I learned the most about that is that time matters, you know what I mean? And I already knew that, but that was just another example. He had so many years on this earth and did so much with him. To me, that was inspirational. So shout out to Nipsey, shout out to all my people, you know what I mean? I have a lot, man. I try not to get too personal on this thing, you know what I mean? Because it is what it is. But shout out to everybody on the live right now, live showing me love right now. So I got to keep it going. We're going to jump into the here and now. We definitely living in the age of clout. I don't know what's going on with people. I don't know if it's attention is the most addicting substance known to man, next to crack and heroin and all that shit. Motherfuckers out here really dying for attention. And maybe it's our society, bro. Maybe it's because our parents didn't love us enough or whatever the fuck it is out here. But there's just certain shit that you don't cross. I'm old school, I'm old school G code shit. Like, we grew up, we don't fuck with people's family. You don't fuck with, you don't steal. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that we just grew up doing, listening to and abiding to. Like I said, G code shit that is just popular now. That this you know, that's just wow. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what the problem is, but I do know that attention is the most addicting substance known to man. And we got another case of it. I'm sure y'all heard about the 14-year-old that fell from the ride in Orlando. Rest in peace to that young man. And, you know what I'm saying? Prayers to his family. But I was just looking, I was scrolling on my feed, you know, doing what I do, you know what I mean? Scrolling, get my scroll on, because that's the new remote control. We don't watch TV no more. We watch IG and Facebook and shit, and we scroll through that like it's channels. I seen a little thing on Baller Alert where they're talking about, you know, I appreciate the live, y'all. Thank you guys so much, man. You know, well, I seen the thing on Baller Alert, man, where they're talking about this lady was giving an interview saying she was his cousin. She was holding like candlelight vigils. She got on camera and this whole shit. Well, apparently his family don't know who this lady is. They don't know who she is. They don't know why she's doing. She's claiming she's a relative. She's claiming she's his cousin. So, like I said, we living in the age of clout right now where, you know what I mean? People value the attention more than money. I mean, let's keep it real with you. There's actually people that post questions like, would you rather have 1 million views or $500,000 and shit like that? And people really pick the views. Like, don't get me wrong, that's an accomplishment to get like 1 million views on something. That's a goal, right? But if somebody told me $500,000, I would slide the money. I'm gonna get to those million using this money and building something with it. You know what I mean? But people are really dying for the attention. This lady got fired. She was a stripper. She probably would have had a lot better luck just being like, I'm a concerned citizen. You know what I mean? Maybe doing a twerk video or something to raise some money or some awareness. But she went and chose the clout route. You know what I mean? She went and chose the whole, that's my cousin and all this other shit. It's just wild, man. I don't know what's worse. You know what I mean? We got people losing their lives over this shit. And at the end of the day, man, that attention ain't gonna fucking pay for your funeral bill. You dig what I'm saying? It's not gonna feed your family. Now, obviously, there's influencers and people that are trying to get to a certain place using this Instagram and using the social media. That shit's cool. That's different. That's business. Do what you got to do, you know, whatever it is that you're doing on social media. But when you're doing it for the wrong reasons in anything, it's always going to be a problem. It's always going to backfire on you. For instance, this lady, she got fired from a strip club job. How the fuck do you get fired from a strip club job? Explain that to me. You know, I don't know everything about everything, but I do know that strip club policies and ethics are kind of, you know what I mean? Their rules are a little lax, to say the least. You dig what I'm saying? So how is it that you get fired from a strip club job? I'm just asking the question. We know obviously how you do it by doing some clout shit like this, but I'm just saying, you're a stripper. She didn't look half bad, man. You make money. Fuck, you need to go on camera for and act like you this guy's kid. I mean, this guy's cousin. That shit it just don't add up, y'all. Like I said, we living in the age of clout. You got people getting killed for it. You got people getting locked up for it. Getting locked up because they want the wrong kind of attention. It's like, yo, I don't understand that. I understand that you got to do certain things. You got to get your money. You got to promote yourself if you're an artist, you're an influencer, whatever it is that you're trying to aspire to be on this social media shit. I get that. Look at me. I'm doing a Zoom video and I'm fucking live. So I'm not going to front like, oh, that shit's bad or that, you know, I'm not judging. But what I'm saying is that you got, just like anything else, just because you're on the internet, that's not your real life. Remember that there's consequences for everything that you're doing. So when you on there showing the wrong shit, you're over there trying to get attention, doing the wrong things, just know that you got to pay for that at some point. There's a bill. There's going to be a tab. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, it's like, be very careful of what you post, because it's not like it could arrest you off of that, but they can bring it to court along with something else. Let's say you get in some kind of trouble and they trying their best to make you look like a scumbag. They're going to pull out all that fucking shit that you posted. And they're going to be like, look, he's under suspicion of this, and then look at the kind of shit, the kind of person he is. Look, it's all right here for you. This is him. And I know the famous thing people say, oh, I'm not what I post and all this other shit, right? Well, it doesn't matter if that's what you are or not. You're giving that perception. So you're giving people a reason to judge you. Now, if you can handle it and you're not doing nothing wild, then fuck it. It is what it is. Who cares about what people think? Now, but when it comes to the motherfucking laws, you want to care what they think. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be on their radar, giving them all the information that they need to lock your ass up. Shout out to everybody on the live. Like I said, man, it's the No Invite podcast. We just over here talking, giving a little bit of game. It's me alone. I ain't got the best kept secret. I ain't got Patty 16th World. None of the staff is in today. They're out living their life. I got drunk last night. I swear I drank like at least 12 shots, at least a dozen shots of tequila for sure. And I woke up like a champion with the championship ring on my mind still. You know, I'm like an athlete from the 80s where they used to fucking, in between fucking plays, they would chug a beer and fucking eat a hamburger and then get back out there and win the big game. You feel me? Now, I don't know what the condition is of my co-hosts, so I'm not going to sit here and try to guess or tell them, hey, like, why you ain't here? Everybody's tolerance, everybody's level of party is different. You know, why I think 12 shots might have been, you know, I'm killing it with 12 shots. I'm the dude. For all I know, they out there doing way more than me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my co-host. Shout out to the whole staff. I know I went on a tangent. The clout thing is ridiculous, but we're gonna have to keep it moving. Now, I've been watching these previews on. I've been watching the previews on a couple Instagram accounts, and you know the hard part about Instagram now is like people repost a repost of a repost, so you don't know where the fuck to find this shit sometimes. If you're lucky, somebody tags their little fucking shit across the screen so you can find the main account. But I'm getting word that there's a hyphy documentary, a real dope one about to pop off. And I seen that, I got excited. You know, I am from the hyphy era as well. You know, that's part of my growth and my evolution. I was definitely smacking hella pills. You know what I mean? And acting the fuck up and all that shit. Now, I'm not like some of you weird motherfuckers, though. Okay? It's been long enough. We could say it now. Some of you weird motherfuckers was really fucking Mardi Gras beads and fucking, you know what I'm saying, popping pills and rubbing up against each other, you weirdos. Like, I don't think I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Just because you was still, no. I know, my friend. No, ain't that much, what's it called, smackers in the world gonna make me act stupid. You know what I mean? I was hyphy and I was popping pills and doing wild shit. Difference, big difference. Anyways, hyphy movie coming out. I'm really looking forward to it. That shit look kind of like it's gonna be dope. You know, that was a golden era that we were living in. And, you know, you only get one of those a lifetime. You feel me? And for all y'all generation, for the new generation, don't worry, you gonna get your moment. Everybody get a moment like that where there's a movement of some sort, you know, something that kind of like, you know, gets everybody in, it gets the masses going. You feel me? So for me, the hyphy era was one of those waves where I fucking, you know, I dug it. You know, it was a good thing for the Bay Area. It gave us a spotlight, especially as an aspiring artist, somebody that was out during that time that had put an album out back then. Better Google me. Better Google your boy. Anyways, because of that, I got to thinking, I'm like, yo, what famous Bay Area artist do you want to see a movie of? A real movie, man. I'm talking about like a straight out of Compton movie. Not like the All Eyes on Me movie, man. That shit was some bullshit. And you know it was some bullshit, man. Pac, you got Pac riding around with a tablet on his lap. Come on, man. They got to do better, man. You know what I mean? All the acting was not right. The story wasn't right. Look, I'll get on that rant later. You know, y'all already know how I feel about that shit. But to me personally, I want to see a movie about Mac Dre. And I want to see a real movie. I want them to give me the shit that I know happened. Like, I didn't know that a Mac Dre story, apparently, that I looked up. I didn't know that he ran into Pac before. And they kind of had like a little miscommunication or something. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So to me, I want to see those stories. You could give me all the shit that we already know. You know, you could tell me about him and you know, when he got locked up, the whole, you know, all that stuff. We already know that shit. But if they do a movie They definitely gotta give us some shit that we don't know, man. Don't fucking hit us with the same shit. That's why I didn't like the Tupac movie. Besides the bad acting and the way they didn't really let the story develop, I didn't like the fact that they were just recapping shit that everybody knows, like popular shit. For instance, it's kind of like you could tell people that really fuck with Pac, and then you could tell people that just know his main hits, the shit that's like pop culture, Changes, California Love, and America's Most Wanted, shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? It was like that's how the movie was. It's like you just gave us all his pop shit that everybody knows, but where's the little stories in between? You know what I mean? Where's the stories that what's it called? You know what I mean? I want to know that shit. You know. So with that being said, look, we're going to let the live go because we only let you usually get like a good 15, 20 minutes of the rest of the episode. If I do the whole episode live, then fuck y'all going to do? Y'all ain't going to go watch the shit. So y'all already know, no_invite_podcast. You can see all the episodes. Links are in bio. I'll probably drop this episode straight on IGTV. I don't know. It depends on how long it is. I don't know how long they let you. But tap in with your folks, man, and your peoples, and y'all keep it saturated. You feel me? Yeah, I'm talking about. So look, well, back to what I'm saying. So back to y'all. Now that it's just me and you, welcome. You know what I mean? I'm just really trying to get into the mode, or I guess you could say get used to doing more visual content because apparently people like that shit, And my problem is that I don't know. I have a lot of problems, but that just gave me a flashback right now. My PTSD was kicking in because when I start talking about I got problems, it's like I don't know where to begin. But nah, man. The thing is like this. Is like I definitely want to do more to step up this podcast, and I'm working on that. I finally got the right team, and I feel comfortable now because I think like in podcasts, it's important that you give people continuity. You know what I mean? You want them to be familiar, and I haven't got to that point yet. I don't think where you know what I mean? Because we're still evolving this shit. Yeah, I've said it plenty of times, and I'll say it again. Like when I started this podcast, I wanted to be a producer on that. I didn't want to be the voice, and I didn't want to be the voice because I was just like, that's not me. I'm not saying that I'm filtered, or I'm not saying that I'm fucking censoring myself or nothing like that, but people try you, when people think that you're a funny person, like if you know me, I got jokes. I don't joke on people. I just joke on situations and shit. And we can have a good time and chill and laugh and it'll be all good. You ain't never, people don't feel like, oh, that motherfucker's picking on me or he making fun of me. I'm not that kind of, but I'm like a comedian. I like to crack jokes and make funnies and shit. But people think that because that shit, you do that is sweet, like that they could just play you, and it's like, no, my friend. No. I was me before the podcast. So don't fuck around and find out some shit you don't want to find out. Let people be more than one thing. Somebody could be a stand-up person and have jokes. They could be this, they could be that, and still beat your ass, basically. In a nutshell, that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I'm not the violent type, whatever, but I will defend myself. Believe that. I will defend myself and mine by any and all means, But I don't. Just because I wake up and choose violence doesn't mean that I act on violence. You dig? That's a whole nother story. But back to what I was talking about. Yeah, but shout out to that hyphy movie, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Anybody out there, if you guys know where I could actually, when it's dropping or where I could actually find it, because like I was scrolling, like I said, I was scrolling. That's what I be doing. You know what I mean? I was scrolling, and y'all thought I was gonna start rapping and shit, huh? Y'all thought I was gonna start busting my shit. No, it's the podcast. I'm in podcast Blaze right now. I'm not rapper Blaze right now, even though I am him all the time. We just not doing that right now. But like I said, back to what I was talking about. So yeah. Hyphy movie. I want a Mac Dre movie for sure. I definitely want one on RBL Posse. I think that would be really dope because they've been through a lot of shit, and some of the best stories are let's keep it real. It's the ups, the downs, the you know, the loss, the gains. Like they were at one point, they were assigned to a major label. You know what I mean? So they've seen it all. You know what I mean? So that to me would be a dope ass movie. Definitely the Mac Dre one. I'm trying to think. A 40 movie, of course, hands down. 40's like the motherfucker. He's what he is. He's the ambassador of the Bay. You feel me? So he done been everywhere. He done been all around all kinds of people, and I know they got some dope stories to tell about him, but not just, you know, his artist part, but like, you know, stories of him and how he grew up, what he went through, where he's going, and all this other shit. So to me, I'm for that. I'm all for that. I feel like that's what's missing out here. I know they did the Pac movie and shit like that, and they've done other movies that are about people out here. Like Fruitvale Station was good. I liked it. You know what I mean? A lot of people probably didn't like it, but I did. But let's keep it real. From where I'm from, Northern California, Bay Area, and even Sacramento and the Valley and NorCal in general, we're going to say, right? We don't get a lot of the credit for the trends and the contributions, I'm going to say, to the overall culture of music and politics or whatever you want to, you know, whatever it is. It's just for some reason, maybe because we're not known as a big market, because, you know, the Bay Area is this and Sacramento's up there and they're their own thing. You know, other places they're larger, obviously. But because of that, whatever the case might be, I don't feel like we get it. And I think also it's changing. I do believe that it's changing. Sacramento, Modesto, Stockton, of course, the Bay Area, Oakland, and all that stuff. There's like a new wave of just overall culture. Like it's just a changing of the guard, man. It's inevitable. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm digging it because it's time for these places to get their just due. You know, it's time for people to recognize and understand that they do have a contribution, and we have been influencing the culture, whether it's, you want to say, behind the scenes or just in general. Like your favorite rapper, you knows somebody from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? He knows somebody from the Bay. Mm-hmm. He knows somebody from Northern California. He know what we known for. You know what I mean? So, hyphy movie, I'm here for it. Gonna keep it rolling. The House of Representatives vote to federally decriminalize marijuana, and basically it's going to pass. They're saying is that the House of Representatives is going to pass. It got to go to the next level, and nobody's fighting it really. So it's looking like it's going to pass. They're also going to establish a process for the expungement of prior charges. So what's that mean? That means is basically they're going to try to correct all the bullshit that they did with the war on drugs and lumping weed into that fucking pot. No fucking pun intended, but you know what I mean? They lumped weed up in the war on drugs and treated it like it was fucking crack in some places, and got cats even doing life right now over this shit. So the fact that they're passing the law and they're also trying to do things to make it right, I mean, it's wrong. It's already wrong. So now what we're just trying to do is get some clarity. We're trying to get, we trying to get them to fix this shit. Like this, so many generations. I done said it before. Look, I first got locked up. My first time ever getting locked up, I was 16. 16. I went to juvenile hall because I got caught on campus for like 6 little bags of weed. And it wasn't even good weed. So that right there alone should give me like another, I should get like a grant or something from this law. Like, because not only did I get arrested, but I got arrested for shitty weed. Like, that's wild. Like, anyways, first time I got arrested, 16. And I, from that point on, I'm not saying that I was a saint. I'm not saying that I made all the right decisions, but from that point on to what I turned to 2012. So from 16, 2012, that's almost 20 years, more or less, you know what I'm saying, if you know me, that I never stopped being incarcerated. I was always on some kind of probation, some kind of parole, and I was always either catching a new beef because of shit that I was doing and the laws and whatnot, and my probation. And also, you get railroaded. You get treated pretty bad where you just like, if you let it, it'll kill your hope, and you'll just be like, fuck it, I'm a criminal, and I'm always gonna be a criminal. Now, my charges say I'm a criminal, but I'm a reformed criminal. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to own businesses. I'm trying to do things the right way, you know, which they don't like, obviously. You know what I mean? They don't want people like me and you to be successful. And what do you mean by they? I'm just saying, man, whoever. But at the same time, it's all about accountability. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that they're actually doing something that's going to help change that, because one arrest could change somebody's life, yo. Especially somebody, I was a bad kid. You know, I admit it. I was a knucklehead. But there's some people that I know of people that went and got locked up for joyriding cars, for stealing cars, wasn't a violent person, wasn't a violent bone in their body, got super time, and came back fucked up. Went to CYA, came back, and they just weren't right in the head no more. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not, you know, I don't know what they've been through, what they went through in there, but they obviously went through something where it fucked them up. And there might have been something prior to that, you know, where they were fucked up already. But I see them now, they homeless. Now, I mean, they fucked up. They drug addicts, you know. They're, you know, what it has to do with what I was saying? It's basically what I'm saying is jail will fuck you up. So one visit is enough to fuck somebody up, believe it or not. So to get fucking arrested for some weed, some shit that people are making millions of dollars off now, come on, man, it's time to change that. You got to fix that. So, I just like the fact that they're doing it, but they're also creating a way for it to get fixed. Now, obviously, I got arrested when I was a minor, so I don't think they can't fix anything for me because all my other shit ain't got nothing to do with motherfucking weed. You feel me? Yeah, but just is what it is, man. Just wanted to put that out there because I know a lot of people that are definitely suffering from the effects of being incarcerated for weed. So it's a good move. Hopefully it gets federally approved. All these other states could start partaking now. And now you ain't got to fucking worry about like, yo, I got a fucking ounce of my fucking luggage. I'm going from California to Vegas, or I'm going to California to Wyoming. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to worry about that no more. You can have it, you know what I mean? You ain't got to, you know, it's just wild. It's wild. Some of these laws is wild that I don't understand it sometimes, how it could be all fully legit in certain places, in certain states, but then other places not. Just like Vegas, you can sell pussy, you can sell weed now, but you can't sell it. You can only sell it certain places. Or you can't sell pussy in every state. Now, I'm not saying that stop people before, because people, pimping is pimping. Pimping go always be around. But you do what I'm saying? It's just wild. But anyways, look, it's No Vibe Podcast. I'm your folks. I'm your peoples. You know, I've been holding you guys down. I want you guys to always remember that it ain't them, it's you. Nah, some real shit. Like, this is it. This is the episode, baby. We trying to, like I said, keep consistent no matter what. Like I said, I woke up. I pissed excellence. You know what I mean? I ate motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, excellence for breakfast, you dig? So I don't know how that works when I'm pissing it and I ate it. So, well, you consume it. So like coffee, you know what I mean? Whatever. Just know that I woke up with the best motherfucking intention. Just know that I came out here and I did, and I said I was going to do what the fuck I said I was going to do. Giving y'all episode 82 of the motherfucking best podcast you ever heard and the best podcast you never heard. Because if you never heard it, you need to get up on it, and you can find us everywhere. Make sure you go to no_invite_podcast. Check us out there. That's our Instagram account. You can also go to all major podcasting platforms. Type in No Invite Podcast. You can find us there too. If you really fuck with us and you want to stay down and you want to get that extra content like vlogs and behind the scenes shit, then you definitely got to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Our YouTube channel is RiBirth Media Films. That's RiBirth Media Films with a Z at the end. And go there, subscribe, like, listen. We drop the audio. We drop the Zooms for my people that like to watch it. We drop the audio for the people that just could hear it. You be at work, you know, moving around, making shit. And you know what I mean? You can't really watch it. Yeah, you can't watch the Zoom episode like you like, but you can turn it on your Spotify and get to it. We do all that shit. You know what I mean? Don't be watching no fucking Zoom videos while you're driving, you idiot. Make sure that you put the fucking audio episode on. This is No Invite Podcast. I'm Blaze, you, and we out.